T-Mobile is your new choice in coverage and value. We've been investing billions to bring our award-winning 5G network to small towns like yours. And to celebrate,
Here's how to play PS2 games on the Xbox Series X and Series S using RetroArch and the PC XS2 emulator. The PS Series X and Series S using RetroArch. RetroArch or Xbox Series X and S RetroArch guides on YouTube can be problematic, so stick around the X and try again. This worked for me. The file size is tiny, so this will install rapidly. Once finished, you can load it up on your Xbox Series X or S. More on this in a second. There are some other things you need to prepare, including the PS2 games you want to play. You can burn PS2 discs that you own to a file on your PC and use those, so dig out physical copies and Google a guide on how to do this. You will also need to download the PC XS2 emulator, which is the thing that runs PS2 games within RetroArch. A few guides talk about the installation process, but the option to use PC XS2 sometimes does not show up. So be sure to download the two PC XS2 related files in the video description. Lastly, you will need a PS2 BIOS. Using your own console for this is okay. Downloading one is illegal, you have been warned. Visit Google for a guide on how to do this. Ideally, a newer PS2 BIOS is better, as it can help with performance and stability, but supposedly newer versions have their cons too. Lastly, locate the PCXS2 file on your computer and select the Extract Here option on your desktop or wherever you prefer. You can do this by right-clicking on the file, then select Extract Here, or now go back and copy the whole PCXS2 folder to a USB stick. A reasonably new one is probably best, but most should show up once plugged into the Xbox Series X and S. Once you have the PS2 ISO game files, PS2 BIOS, and PCXS2 folder on USB, it's time for the next stage. Disconnect the USB safely using the eject option in Windows 10. Plug the USB into your Xbox Series X or S and open up the My Files Explorer app. You'll need to be in the dev mode to do this, not retail. Then navigate to Removable Storage Devices, Removable Disk, eDrive, and then the file name you chose for the PCXS2 folder. Press Start when hovering over this folder, then click Copy. Now navigate to Isolated Storage, Package
Since 1938, the Slezak family has proudly served Western Pennsylvania. And as our family has grown, so too has our ability to serve you. We now support John Deere